because our 6 set is great. Don't get me wrong, but I've been asked before, how come a lot of brands have the Prestige line? When you walk into the department store, they have maybe around 500 to like 1,200 set. And 6 set always been, you know what, there's no way it's comparable. But if some family members, if they visit, it's just not enough for them. And then they want anti-aging, anti-wrinkle, then they take them to the back, and there's some other premium lines that can cost anything from $1,500 to $3,000. You visit the stores and you know. I can't name the names of the lines, but I'm sure you are aware. So they've been asked, how come Atomy doesn't have that? And then I found the answer from the lady who's from the product development team in Korea, and she said, no, it's not like we didn't try. A lot of products for 10 years, 6 set has been around for 10 years now. A lot of products came on the table. Sample, drop, and then tested and review, dropped. Sample, review, and drop. A lot of products didn't make it to the table. Absolute, now what we call the absolute set, is the set who made it through the vigorous screening. This set is definitely worth to be labeled the premium Atomy skincare set called Absolute, okay? So quickly moving on. If you have to explain the Absolute in one word, it's not anti-aging. I guess that's 2 words. 1.5 words. De-aging. In English, de-aging, anti-aging is almost the same. But how they're explaining this is that anti-aging is fighting the gravity as much as you can. You know how it does this because the gravity? So you try to sort of like stop it, but Absolute stops and then minus it. But how bold is that statement, right? But how the EGF from the pure plant and the sweet lupin peptide and the dorman and the Yosemite, the very last one is very interesting. This substance is only found in those metasequoia trees. That's only, there has to be more than 100 years old and up. Those 4 materials, and once they're grouped, so what do they call it, technology? They didn't just kind of bung it together, the way it's grouped, the way it's capsulated, so that they do the 3 big areas. AL for all might, so the overall anti-aging, the jawline, the wrinkles, the tone of your skin, right? And the BR for the brightening, like the even tones, and the LI is for lifting. And this gets really scientific. And the lady explained it so easy, just perfect for me. She said, this delivery technology, think about you take medicine, right? You go get your antibiotics or you get your medicine. The technology the medical industry uses to have the medicine to go into your body and find that affected cell and then treat it. Where the code meets where the demand is, ligand and the receptor always comes in pairs, and it's patent pending. Quickly moving on, the green tea essential water. For the longest time, I thought, well, just using the green water, right? In English, green tea essential water. And apparently, it's not just green tea water. They added the catechin, the actual reason why tea is good for you, why we drink tea, and tocopherols. Those 2 things added to this green tea water, apparently this essential water is good enough to be a product by its own. It's that good. So move over distilled water. When you look at the ingredient of the product, the very first one to the last one, the first one is what consists of this product the most. Usually you will see water, distilled water, but green tea essential water is what the Absolute set uses as a base. Amazing. And falling in love with tuberose. Has anyone not tried the Absolute? Yeah, some of us. People say that they've probably used this fragrance in the perfume. So high in price, they're not readily available for cosmetic use, and we have much good feedback on this. Okay, moving on to the program. This is a question that I'm asked very often. So first, there's so many bottles. These Korean women are using so many bottles. Yes, but there's a reason and the purpose for each bottle, trust me. Toner, for particular set here, is to get rid of the dead skin cell, and the brightening starts from the toner. And of course, to balance the pH level. And the second, the ampule. The ampule. If you ever have gotten those spa facials, treatments, have you ever gone to those ones that they usually break this little, like a little glass ampule, and they always break it right in front of your eyes to show you that they're using the ampule. And those ampules can cost anything from $50 to $300 easily, and that's what usually decides the price of this spa facial treatment. I've never seen ampule in the 40 ml bottle. So the blue bottle that you see in our set is the ampule, and there's no wonder they call it needless Botox. It's a very bold statement, but the de-aging and the grade of what it does is so powerful that the ampule pump twice, okay? And the project is you have to use that bottle in 1 month, okay? Can we try that, okay? And they take before picture and after. It's a lot of fun. Some people do it half the face, but that's just crazy, okay? Half the face. Take before and after picture and ampule in 1 month, 2 pumps, and then, if you have any leftover on your neck and on your hands, no problem. And serum, that's what's confusing, ampule and serum. Serum deals with the density, derma density compact inside, okay? And the lotion deals with the derma density outside. And eye cream, what does eye cream do? Yes, eyes, around your eyes and back of your heels has pores that's smallest in our body. That's why they have foot cream and the eye cream separately. Regular will never get through your eye pore. Okay? So we talked about the products. Of course, I'm talking about Atomy, and I'm at Atomy program, right? I'm going to talk about good stuff. So what the company does, they make the stuff and they send the stuff away for clinical studies, and the own company cannot do it. So they send it to another company for clinical studies, and they check for its dermal compact density. That's what really deals with the inside, okay? And before and after 4 weeks, 20 Korean women between the age of 35 to 60, 4 weeks, okay? And that's a very short period, but you can see that it's firmed up and then it's all closed in after 4 weeks. And the wrinkle around the eyes, before and after, is the same woman at the top and another person at the bottom, I think. So, you can put up any pictures there, but see if it really works for yourself, and that there's the numbers. In order for that to happen, the compact density, it improved everybody's, on average, more than 17% of the density. And the facial lifting, they measured the angle, the wrinkles and where your eyes and everything else. 5.71%, 5.71% of the improvement in your facial lifting. In order to get that 5%, the person next to you, like your husband or your boyfriend, should be able to notice, hey, what did you do to your face? Right? Absolute. Okay, that's the part. But a lot of people come back and say, a lot of these effective sets that could be aggressive, too powerful, you can't use for too long. Sometimes it works up, right? We went to Cuba for our Sharon Rose promotion trip, and we were worried about water, right? So if you change water, it can get you sick. So what about the facial skincare sets? Same thing. It might work up a little bit, but Atomy Absolute, what we did is we sent it out to the Korean Dermatology Research Institute, and they said, safe. And what do? We send it to Germany. The Germans do things a lot. Very, very good. So we send it there, and Dermatest is very well-known product, especially for baby products in Korea. They send a lot of products to Germany for this test, came back excellent. So very, very low irritation, and I heard it's as mild. Should be good enough for a baby, 1 year old and up. Is that good and safe and powerful? So I'm going to, yes, Koreans call this maybe the first or the last. You never forget about the cleansing. A lot of people like to dab on things, but they forget about cleansing. Cleansing is the first step and the last step, and let me show you the video. All right, we start off with a deep cleanser. Just make sure it's a dry hands and dry face, okay? Dab a little bit, and then you massage through. It's best-selling product, but a lot of times it's misused. Sometimes you leave it on for about a minute or two, it gets watery, and then you massage through. And now there's a foam cleanser. Foam cleanser, so dense in the foam, you have to lather with water. So now, wet face and wet hands. Look at that foam. When they make it in a tank, they take out water for 2 nights. It's very, very dense. It will last you forever. And then wash off with warm water. Some men use it for shaving. Never tried it, but you can. And I mean, this one is very hard to get at, but once you get it, you never want to leave. Peeling gel. Very gentle way to exfoliate. It's gel type. And make sure you don't do this in the damp bathroom after shower. It would never harden. Put it on, do not rub, just leave it on for a few minutes. And then you find that there's some granules forming around your face. And then gently, gently, gently. I'm quite sensitive, and when I work it, I get really pink, so gentle, gentle, and you find this dead skin rolling down. But try again the next day. If you have no dead skin, the product will not come off that way. So it's not just the product, it's your dead skin cells coming off. And we finish it off with a peel-off mask. The tip is, after the peeling gel, put on some toner and the eye cream, and then peel-off mask. It's easier to take off. It's hard to get it at first, but once you do it 7 days in a row every day and see what happens. I did a challenge with my friends and business partners. And always from the bottom to the top, working against the gravity. All right, thank you. And you know, for those untrained eyes, she's not me when I was younger. I get that question a lot. That video is pretty recent. It's a compliment, but no, that's not me. Anyways, do the cleansing and the set. It could be the 6 set or the absolute. It does not matter. But you know what? Rebecca said it. What is the better way to get around this than listening to Essie talking about it for all day? Try it for yourself. And I'll give you one last tip. It can be universal. When you're putting it on, just don't dryly do this. Say, 예쁘다, 예쁘다. English, so pretty, pretty. It's like, it's casting a spell. And 4 weeks and see what happens. Don't mix it with any other products. Evening Care 4, 6 set, or absolute 4 weeks. And I'll see you with the reviews. Enjoy the products. Thank you.